Good morning, beautiful people. It is Tuesday, May 27th. That is one of the tulip trees. As you can see, the tulips are all gone. That's a tulip tree over there, and over there, they are gone. They are just regular leaves. This was the tree I was talking about that took so long to bud and sprout leaves. Looks really good. As I said, it's the end of May. So, just out here, this one, it's kind of chilly. Like the wind's a little cold. It's supposed to warm up today, but be cooler tomorrow. It is National Sunscreen Day. And I cannot emphasize sunscreen enough. My father passed away from a type of skin cancer. So, it's very important to me. Like, my dad was a hunter and fisherman in his youth. You know, he was outside all the time. He was very, very white. So, it's also World Marketing Day. And I only bring that up because I have a degree in marketing. It's my thing. I think people who are marketers see things differently than other people. But that's just my opinion. But I have a little history for you today. In 1863, the siege of Port Hudson in Louisiana begins with Union forces. It lasted 48 days. It is to this day the longest military siege in U.S. history. In 1896, tornadoes hit St. Louis, killing 255, leaving thousands homeless. In 1930, Richard Drew. Hey, one minute, side note before we get to Richard Drew. Like, there's always just these random pine cones just sitting. Don't know why. I think it's cool. This tree fascinates me too. The leafed tree. You might be able to see part of the pine tree, but this is the one that turns brown in the winter, which I love. I think this one here, I think it needs it needs that branch, a couple of branches up there cut off. And maybe these lower branches because people park over there. But 1930, Richard Drew invents masking tape. And the same day, the Chrysler building was, I don't want to say built, but dedicated, is from what I read. Just somebody behind me making a U-turn. In 1994, Arsenio Hall show ends. For those of you who don't know who Arsenio Hall is, he was a talk show host back in the 80s and 90s. He was hilarious. Many of you may know him from Coming to America. Yeah, I think his name was Simeon, Coming to America. And then in 2005, and I've talked about this previously, well, part of this, DreamWorks released Madagascar. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I've talked about Shrek, but not Madagascar. I love Madagascar. I love those critters. Like, they just crack me up. And hey, do you think Gloria led to people wanting to have house hippos? Just a thought. But so yesterday was Memorial Day, and I was downtown and waiting for the parade, but missed the parade. Oh, I didn't know they planted a tree here too. I'm gonna expand back to Piper in the Art Center. Thank you for all the trees you planted, Piper, if you see this. So yesterday was Memorial Day, and was sitting on the bench waiting for the parade to come. It is a short parade, unfortunately, because Kerwood Festival is usually it's the next weekend. This year it's 2 weekends. And so run into the mayor, and we're having a conversation, and I'm gonna lean up. Whoa, for that light there. That light was actually replaced. I said it was there, and he said no, they replaced the light. I guess the light was out. And I think they replaced the lights over in the park because they're much brighter at night. But we talked about Consumer still has not put the light up here, over here on this. And so he was going to reach out, he said probably Wednesday or Thursday, to his people to see if they could get to Consumers to put it up. Then we talked about this street. And like, you can see that white car over there, and I hate to point her out, but she pulled in illegally. She made a U-turn to pull in, and that was the conversation about the traffic down the street, the high speeds. So they're going to look into possibly lowering the speed limit here, which is 25 down to 10, and making it a one-way street. And when we talked about one-way street, we talked about M21. So you would either turn off from M21 or you would have to turn on Bradley to come this way. So you would not be able to turn off from 52 onto Kerwood Castle Drive. You'd have to turn on 52 to Bradley. So it's just one of the things we talked about last night, that the amount of traffic we get down this street is a lot. And so he said that's something they will look into. He will talk to our chief of police, Kevin Langhart, and see. That's about all I have for today. Like I said, it's early, it's cold. I'm on my way to work. I'm actually dropping my sister off because she had a couple things. So I'm going to just a tad bit later. But I want you to, I'm going to face towards the sun for this. Oh, let's go over here. I think it's prettier. Well, that car's from out of state. Here. I want you to remember this. You don't find a happy life, you make a happy life. So go out today and start that new happy life and do something fun. We will talk again, and I hope you have a blessed day.